Hi and welcome to Hospital Management System developed using Java Netbeans. So let me show you guys how this works. We can always update all of this information, store it right in here, or we can delete because we have a duplicate. We can reset there, add another prescription, enter the name of this candidate or this patient, and let's say the name is Hill. Date of birth, let's say right there, and address 3 Daily Road. Then what we need to do is click on prescription, and there we go. That's this patient's prescription. We can then print it out if we want, and right there, that's the print dialog box, and this copy can always be handed over to the customer or to the patient. Right, cancel that, and we can also add this verification summary straight onto our table. All we need to do is there. If we end up adding 2, we can always delete it as well. So what I'm going to do now is go straight to the login system. That is our login system. Click on log, and that always brings you here. So let's go into Java Netbeans, and we'll put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Let's do that. Hi, this is Java Netbeans Hospital Management System. Let's start by clicking on File, New Project, and make sure Java is selected. Java Application, click on Next, and let's give our project a name. I'm going to call it Hospital, and that'll be the name of my project. And uncheck the create main class, click on finish. Now that the project is ready, right click on it, and let's select new JFrame, and right inside JFrame form, let's enter hospital, and the class name is hospital, the package name is going to be hospital as well. Click on finish. Now that that is ready, right click on that very frame, and let's select set layout, select absolute layout. Now right click again, or you can just select this, the property right here. Okay, select property, and right in on the property, let's select code. Inside the code, change the frame layout to 1400 by 800. Copy that. You can close that. Let's go straight to the properties, and inside the properties, I'm going to come into the area that says minimum size. Instead of 0 by 0, I'm going to change that to 1400 by 800, and the preferred size, the same thing. There we go. Click on close. Now let's come right in here. See where we have all the components here. This component is called palette. So click on panel, drop the panel right there. We drag the panel that much, and let's change the property of this very panel. The border style, I'm going to change that to 3. Let's go to select border style, and let's come into line border and change that to 3. Click on OK. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to now right click on this very panel and change the layout to absolute layout, and just click and copy it. Actually, copy, paste. I need one here, and I'm going to need another one, and another one there. So let's arrange the way it's all going to look like. Drag this that much, and this very one. let's bring this one right here. So that is going to be for the prescription. Drag it down, and this very one is going to be the prescription layout. While the one here, this is going to be for my buttons. Okay, this is how it all looks now. So the next thing I like to do is let's come straight in here. Let's minimize this and let's get the label. Drop a label here, and inside our very label I'm going to change text property to Hospital Management System. Let's move that so that you guys can see it. And come in here, let's enter systems. Right. And let's change the font size of that. We're going to make that approximately 60. There we go. I think we should change it to bold as well. Drag it that much. Right. And in here, I'm going to need another font in here. Let me copy this and paste it right in there. And do that. Copy and paste. Right, I'm going to change the size of this to 48. The font of that very one, let's change it to patient prescription. Right, now let's change the font size of that patient prescription, the font color. I'm going to change that to this very color, 255 by 255 by 255. Click on OK. Change the background color to black. You don't have to follow my own design. The choice is yours. Okay, this very panel, I'm going to change the background of this very panel also to black. Background. There we go. Change that to black. And add a text field. Just drag it that much. That's my text field there. I'm bringing it right down. Right, that is fine. Now, we need a label. We're going to need some labels. Paste one in here. And let's change the font size of this label to 18. Make that bold. I will now change the contents to name of tablet. That's my very first label. Now I also need, for this very label, I'm going to need a combo box. No, a combo box. Yeah, not a checkbox. Let's see. That's a combo box there. Paste it there. Font size also 18. Right. And the properties or the text on the combo box, let me change that. Come straight to the modal here. I'm going to change that to make a selection. That's the very first one. And the first medication is going to be ibuprofen, followed by cocodamol. It's called. Then the next one is going to be paracetamol. Right. Let's try this. Let's add one more. And finally, I'm going to add amlodipine. Right, so those are the properties on this very combo box. Okay, now that that is sorted, I'm going to copy this across. I need approximately 17 of those. Okay, so paste another one, or copy two together, copy and paste. Drag. Okay, I will now speed that up and get back to you guys shortly. Now that's how the labels are looking, but I also need text area. Should be here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, text field I need. Drag that much, and let's change that to 18 as well. Make that bold. Right, let's copy it across. Okay, I will now speed up the whole process and get back to you guys. Now this is how my interface looks. All that is left for me to do is to enter proper names there. So this is going to be known as reference number, and then followed by, I'm going to call that dosage. Okay, let's speed that up and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay, all we then need to do now is to add some buttons here, but first of all let me change the background of that to black. Add buttons. One. We're going to need a couple of those, and let's speed that up as well. Now we have all our buttons in place. The next thing we want to do now is to add a table here. So let's come in here and add a table. There we go, that's a table here. Click and paste it right underneath here. Let's do that again. Table, paste, and drag. That's my table there. I have my table in there. Then the next thing I like to do is to go to the properties of this very table. Come straight into model here. Right there. Okay, right inside the properties called model here, I'm going to click on the three dots there and change the row to 0. Let's change this to, I'm going to make that 18. Right, then in here I need to change as follows. Let's go back in there. I have 18 rows, and change the titles as follows. So that's going to be name, and so on. So I'm going to speed that up and get back to you guys shortly. Alright, the naming of the table is completed. Click on OK. So the next thing I'd like to do now is, let me take care of this very easy one here, exit. Right click on it, event, action, and action perform. So right here, okay, right underneath here, the first thing I'd like to do is to declare it as follows: private. Let's go for JFrame. I'm going to make that frame. So there. So the next thing I want to do now is, since this has given me an error, I'm going to import the Java swing frame. That is that done, imported there. So let's go back in here. You see this very one? Double click on it. Right here, I'm going to enter as follows: frame equals new frame. That's an object for my JFrame. And within the object, what I want the system to do for me, it will be as follows. Let's say use an if statement. If option plain dot, let's say dot show, let's see, let's try that again. That will be J option plain dot, that should be capital O. Okay, now try it again. Dot show confirm dialog. Alright, and in there I'm going to say frame comma, and that will be confirm if you want to exit. Right, so let's come in here, get rid of this and comma there. Then I'm going to give my system a name that will be hospital management systems. Okay, that is taken care of. Comma, press enter, and I'm just going to enter another J option there, dot yes no, that will be yes no option, dot yes no option. Okay, equals J option dot yes no option. Okay, right, so let's come in here, enter a curly braces. In that case, that means the system dot exit equals 0 there. So that is my exit lines of code taken care of right there. Have a good look at it, but you must also this very form, in fact declare this private JFrame. Okay, so let's come back in here. The next thing I like to do now is let's come into, maybe we should take care of print first so that we can print this out. Right click on that, event action and action perform. Okay, with that of the print, but the thing is we need to, before we can enter the lines of code for the print, we must import as follows. Let's come right here underneath here, enter as follows. Those are the libraries that are meant to be imported for the print. So let's go back into print, double click on print, and right here you just enter, let me use try cache, and that is going to be JTXT prescription dot print there. Now right here I'm going to say cache that will be, let's say printer exception equals EX, and in there if there's an error, do as follows: log dot get logger, and what logger? The name of my system, hotel, hospital, not hotel, so hospital dot class dot get name and the name is dot log, and that would be level dot, let's go for severe, yeah, comma, enter the other argument, comma, there, right. That is for print. Okay, so I'm going to save that now and just try it all out. If it works as I expect, then we can continue from there. Run the program. Okay, let's try out the exit. Yeah, the exit is working, and let's try out the print. That's very good. The print is working as well. Let's exit out of the system so we take care of the combo box. So I'm going to come in here now. That's the combo box. Right click on the combo box, go to event, action, perform, and I'm going to use an if statement to determine the options made. So let's start by saying using if statements. I'm going to copy this. That's the name of the combo box. If JCombo name table dots, let's say get selected, let's try that again, dot get selected items right there, dot equals ibuprofen. Now if it's ibuprofen, what I want my system to do will be as follows. So let's enter what we want the system to do right inside curly braces. So we'll start by saying JTextArea reference dot set text. Let's set it as follows: ibuprofen. Okay, so that will be the first one. I want the system to enter the, no, let's make that ibuprofen codes actually. Then JTextArea dose dot set text, and that is supposed to be the amount of dose. So let's make that 2. Okay, so let's speed that up for all of the 18. No, it's actually, yeah, we have in total the 18, so 17 text box. Let's enter data into them. So I'm going to speed that up and get back to you. Okay, this is how the first part of the if statement is looking. Let's come in here and run it, and let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so click on combo box. Only ibuprofen has been taken care of. Click on that, and that's what happened. So the next thing I would like to do now is to be able to, if I select any of these, I want them to give us all the necessary information for the other medication. So I'm going to come in here and use else if. Okay, so there we go. Let's go back up here, double click on that. That's the if statement, and underneath here I have the else if statements for the other medication. That is cocodamol. And else if paracetamol. Else if amlodipine. And if you mistakenly select, make a selection, I would like the system to clear out all of the necessary information on each text box. There, that is it, taken care of. So let's compile and run it. Okay, so select the first one, there we go. And if we mistakenly select, make a selection, there, cocodamol, paracetamol, amlodipine, there. And these other three is just for the customer's name. Customer name can be Samson Strong. Date of birth, there. Then address, there we go. Okay, now that we've been able to populate that, I also need to be able to click on update so that I can add this information on my table, and click on prescription so that we can issue out our prescription, then delete as well. So to achieve that, let's do this. Let's exit out of the system, and first of all take care of the prescription. Exit. Yes, come right in here, double click on prescription. Right there inside the prescription, right here, prescription, and here, yeah. Okay, I want to enter the following. Let's declare as follows. I'm just going to use a simple, let's say QTY, what quality 1 equals JTXT reference. Let's get the customer's reference dot get text, enter parenthesis, there. And number 2, let's come in here, enter, so that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I need some more. I need 13 of those. Right, let's come down here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, and one more. Right, there we go. So without changing these names around, this is going to be dosage, and this will be number of tablets. With an S. So let's speed that up now. There we go, guys. As you can see, number 13 is empty, but I have to assign something, okay, to make sure it's empty. So let's come here down, enter JTXT. So if there's anything there, I would like the system to clear it so that we can enter a new prescription for our customer. Dot set text, So let's clear that. So anytime you click on that very button, it will clear whatever value we have in there first. Now let's enter some value in here. Dot append and what we want in there, in the first place I want as follows. Let's say tab and one space down, then tab. So let's just call it hospital management system. That is the title there. Plus, let's open this up. Okay, new line and plus, let's get rid of that and place it here. Plus speech map, new line, patient name, tab, and let's say plus Q10, that's for patient name. Alright, that will be Q10. Okay, now the next one, copy, come in here. I'm going to make that Q11. I'm going to have Q12. Let's arrange it properly. Right. Change the content we have here. This will become date of birth right here. And this will be patient address. Right. So let's speed that up now. Okay, that is how it all looks now, but it's not finished yet, because not for number 13, what I want the system to do is to be able to select or enter the correct value, and that's meant to be any of the medication that is selected. So I'm going to use an if statement here. So let's just copy one thing out here, right here. Let's start with the very first one. Instead of typing the old thing, I'm going to copy this, copy, and let's go back in here. So right in between if is ibuprofen, then I want this number 13 here, quantity 13, I want it to be ibuprofen. Copy that, paste that in there. I'll sort that out. Else if, copy, else if, so I need 2 modules. Paste. Okay, the name of other 2 medication, let's look for them. The next one is Cocodomo. Copy that, come right down here and paste it in there. Cocodemo. If it's Cocodemo, I want this to be Cocodemo. And the next one is paracetamol. If it's paracetamol, then that will be paracetamol. There. And finally we have amlodipine. So let's get that here as well. Right. Copy. Come right down here. Paste that in there. Amlodipine. You have to get the spelling right, else there will be an error. Okay, so have all of my variable that assign the value onto my receipt or onto the prescription list, and this is to check what type of prescription has been prescribed. Then in here, this is where you add all of the content straight onto the receipt. So let's compile and run it. Okay, we select Cocodemo, and the name for that, let's say, is John Johnson. Date of birth of Johnson 15/10/94. Address of Johnson, let's say Johnson lives at 7 Kingsway Road. Right. So we can always add that. That is all of the information of John Johnson. Now we have a problem here. This is the address here, and we also need to move this. Okay, move this there. So we need a tab. Take off a tab here and include a tab here. Alright, that is address and prescription. So let's go into address, take off a tab, let's try that again. Okay, let's see address, delete a tab in address, delete one and include a tab here. Okay, try that again. Compile and run. And enter as follows. Okay, that's much better. That's good. Now that we've taken care of this prescription, let's come in here and take care of these two. I think maybe we should take care of the reset first. Let's take care of the reset, then these ones will be the last. So exit, come straight to the reset. I think we might be able to copy some lines of code somewhere. Let's go inside the source code and see what we'll be able to copy inside. Yeah, we might be able to copy something here for the reset. Scroll right down, and for the reset, there we go. It's right there. There we go. Copy everything in there and come straight to the reset. Right click, event, action, perform. Paste that right in there. That is the reset taken care of, just like that. Right, save and let's run it. enter some data in there. Name, and okay, prescribed, clear. Alright. Okay, but in this case, there's no reset there, so let's come back in here and just change this to that, because it's a reset. So double click on that and right here enter as follows. Let's look for the reset here. So compile and run again. Okay, select, paste, reset. Good, the reset works. Okay, let's try it again. Now let's go back in there and check it out. Alright, I think we meant to use .get. Let's get the item and get rid of this. Yeah, and in here we say get model, right, and let's set. Yeah, that should do it. Let's see, why do we have this error? Okay, there should be parentheses there. Alright, I think this should rectify my minor error there. So let's compile and run. Alright, select an item, let's enter whatever in here, populate it, reset. Okay, that's fine. So what is left for me is I'm going to be able to create a login system. So that will be the main page that you see before you can get onto this page, patient's prescription area. So let me exit first, and I will then go inside this main project, right click on it, and let's select new JFrame form, and let's give that name. I'm going to call it login, and I will also call that's the class name, the package name. I will also call it login as well. Just click on finish. And there we go, that's our login system. As you can see, it's inside the project folder here. So right click on the frame itself. Let's go to the properties here. So select code, and right in here I'm going to change this to 1400. That's the width, and the height is 800. Let's get it center general, make that center. Okay, I'm going to copy that and just come to the properties here where I have minimum. I'm going to change the minimum to the same size, 1400 by 800, and preferred size is also 1400 by 800. There we go. Now right click on it, select set layer, and change the set layer to absolute layer. There. Now let's come straight to the palette here. I'm going to select panel, drop one here, and just drag it along. Let's right click or select the properties, and let's go to border, and in there let's change the size of that to 4. Make sure it's black. The choice is yours. Okay, and I will also change the back color of this border itself. I'm going to change it to black. Yeah, let's change it to black, and let's copy it, copy and paste it there as the second one. it down that much. I want to paste another one, copy and paste. Yeah, this would be for my login. Let's get it centered. That's about that. But I'm going to change the color of this very one. In the properties, I'm going to go for okay. Alright, let's see what color is that. Alright, it's 240 by 240, so let me change it to 240 by 240. Be the same thing for this and the same thing for this as well. 240 by 240, so that is fine. Now let's grab a label, one here and one more. We're going to need one more label there. Okay, let's change the font size of this very label to, I want to make that maybe 48 right there. Make that bold really. Okay, change the text content to login system. Right, get it centered. Right, copy that same label, and that's it right there. I'm going to change the font size, the font color. Let's change it to a thing that's meant to be white. No, we want the font. Yeah, there we go, right here. Change that to something whitish, and let's select that very label. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's it right here. So we're meant to actually bring it up. Okay, which one is this? Okay, it's number 4. Right, that's it. Okay, so let's change the content of it to, I'm just going to change it to hospital management system. Hospital management system. Right, and change the font to 40 out to 60. Right, that's fine. Okay, now I'm now going to copy that and I'll paste it in here, and I'll change that, this very one, I will change it to, let's call it, so we'll change that to, let's say ASA AU, let's say AU, right, medical center. Right, okay, I can also add one more. Let's put echo as well. There's an echo medical center. Right, that is it. That's the name of this medical center. Just leave that there. Now let's come in here now. Grab another label. I can even copy this and just reduce the size. And another one. Right, just change both, reduce their size. We'll make that 24 is too small, make it 36. Right, now we need, that should be text field. One text field here and another text field here. No, let's use, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to use let's use password field here. And the next thing is, let's increase the font size and get rid of that password field. Increase the font size to 24 or 36 as well. Make it bold. Right. And this one as well. And get rid of the content in it. Make it 36 bold. Then the name is going to be JTXT username right there. Okay, that is fine. Then this one will be known as JTXT. Okay, JPassword, that's fine. Right. And here, let's change these to username. Why do we want this one? We change this one to password. Okay. Now we need buttons. Come right down here, grab a button, dump it right there, change the font of that very button. Let's change that to JButton login. Right, now come to the properties, change the font to 36, make that bold, and that will be login. Right, let's copy it across there, and this will be, let's change this to we change this, let's go for JButton exit text content exit. Right, let's see this. It's meant to be JButton login. Right. Okay. Now all that is left for us to do now is just to enter some codes and get the whole system working. Right click on the login. Let's enter events, action, perform, and try that again. Event, action, perform. And right here, declare the following variables. That will be user name, and the username equals JTXT username dot get text. Right. Then the second one is password equals JPassword dot get text. There. Those are my two variables. Now let's use an if statement. If username dot contains, let's say it contains, I'm just going to enter 1. That's my password, my username, and that other password dot contains I'm just going to call that 1 as well. There we go. What do I want the system to do? And I can say this dot set visible. Let's try that again. Dot set visible is false, and I want the following hospital. Now I am creating what you class or what you refer to as object hospital. That's the hospital object. I call it I hospital equals new hospital. There. Now I object I hospital dot visible equals true. So let's copy that, paste that in there and make that true. There. Okay, we have this error because I need to import the hospital itself. That's it. Click on it and just click on add. There. And that's it. The error is gone. Okay. Else, what do we want the system to do? Let's say else if all of this is false. Just copy that, paste that in there, and I'm going to make that null. If it's false, what do I want my system to do? Okay, if it's false, I would like the system to clear this, paste that in there, and clear this as well. So that will be set. Repeat the same thing here. Set. Okay. Now let's enter. Okay, that's fine, but I like the system to give the user 3 attempts. Okay, to achieve that, what I'm going to do is I will declare a global variable here. Let's come up here, right underneath here. Let me say attempts int attempts there, and I might as well declare another one here for my, I'm going to use that for the exit. So let's say this frame. So that's my attempt right there. And for this frame, J frame, you can see there's an error there because I need to import Java swing. So let's click on that and just import that out. Right, that's imported, that's fine. So let's go back right here underneath here. So the first thing I'm going to do is make attempt equals, let's say plus equals 1. Alright, so attempt is plus equals 1. Okay, let's make this one to be attempt equals 0 anyway for the first time. Equals 0. Alright, so if you enter the wrong value the first time, attempt becomes plus equals 1. And let's use an if statement. If attempt equals 3, then what we want the system to do is system dot exit. Right, So if the end user enter invalid username or password 3 times, the system will automatically log you off. That is that. But if I run this system now, I will still end up with my home, with my very main screen, which is the patient prescription area. So let me show that to you. You see that, guys? This is the page that still shows up. So what I want to do now is to make sure the login system is the main one that will show up. So let's come in here, close that, and let's come right here where the project is. Now, okay, let's right click and select the main project, and what we want to select is the properties. Let's move that up so that you can see what I'm doing. Right click on the main project, select the properties, and this dialog box pops up. Now select run right there. Let's browse for our class. Instead of the hospital as the main class, I want to change that to the login system. There we go. Login system is now my main class. Click on OK. There, that is that done. So if I run the program now, save and run, as you notice, there's an object there calling the former main class. Right, there we go. So I'm going to enter invalid character there. You see that? 1 attempt. So if it's wrong, I expect the system to clear that, but it's not wrong. Let's enter. There we go. But if it's wrong, I do want the system to clear those 2 objects. Okay, let's try out the system. I will enter invalid character there. That's first attempt, second attempt, and the third one. There we go. Alright, that is fine. Supposing we enter the correct details, the correct login details. There. Okay, the system is working fine. But supposing I want to return back to the login, okay, to achieve that, let's come straight into the hospital itself. Right click on that, event, action, and action perform. So right in here, this is what I intend to use. There we go. Those are the lines of codes, but I'm going to have to click on this to import the login. Click and import the login file itself, and that is taken care of. Good. Save that. So let's run it again and see. Enter the correct login details. There we go, and I can always go back there. Alright, that is fine. So I've taken care of that. That's fine. Okay, the other thing we need to look after is the exit on the login. So I can always come in here, hospital, and right in there, just copy the lines of codes I have in here for the login. But you must make sure you have declared the private JFrame, which is right here. Okay, back on the login. So right click, select event, action, and action perform. Do that again. Right in here, enter lines of codes there. And that's it, all done. So the next thing I want to do now is to clear Let's copy this, come into the clear here, this very one, right click, event, action, perform. Try that again, event, action, perform. Right here, clear. That is fine. Save, compile, and let's run it. There we go, guys. It's working how we want. So log in there. So the next thing I would like to do is I would like to be able to click on this very update and populate this table and also delete whatever I want. Then I want this to be able to work, this and this. Every other component apart from all of the ones here are fine. The reset works. Prescription is fine. Print is fine as well. As you can see, the print is working, and exit is fine. So let's take care of update. Okay, now let's come in here to the updates, right click and select event, action, perform. But we will need to import the following library. First of all, let's come up here and import JSwing, and that will be dot table, then dot default table mode. There we go. I need that. Now let's come straight into update again. Right click, event, action, perform. Right there. So on the updates, I'm going to create what I'll refer to as an object equals default table mode, and that is meant to be table. That is the name of my, let's correct that. Table 1 dot, yeah, get mode. There. Now the instant that I call mode dot add, let's say dot add row, let's say row, and make that new object. And where is this going to be from? So the object I intend to add is going to be from here. So let's copy the name, that very name, copy that and paste that in there as an array, as one. So it's going to then be dot get selected items, alright, dot to string. Yeah, that's the very first one that I intend to add. Put a comma there. Then the next one, press enter. The next one I intend to add would be my reference. Let's see, what is this called? That should be called reference. Yep, copy that, come back in here, paste that right there. Reference dot get text and comma. So add the other one. I suppose you guys get the whole idea, because I'm going to kind of like speed it all up now. Paste that, copy and paste all of these. Okay, let's paste a couple more, because I'm going to need some more of those. Yeah, so the next one here is called what? There we go. New, that's number table. Paste that there. And there's another one right underneath. Copy that. Come right here. Paste that. Alright. So let me speed that up. I presume you guys get the whole idea now. So I'm going to speed that up. Okay guys, those are the lines of code that I will use to add all of the data on those text field onto the table. So let's compile and run. Right, the first thing, you must enter the correct login details, log on to the system, add all of those, and in here let me enter my name, Paul Ruben, and address, date of birth, okay, address, let's make that up as well. Yeah, that's right. So if I click on prescription, there we go, that is fine. What about update? Yeah, the update is fine, apart from, okay, I need to add the names. Okay, those ones need to be added as well. Right, that's fine anyway. I need the name, date of birth, and okay, that's good. So let's come here. We need 3 more, so might as well just copy 3 more. Move this up here and just copy this 3. Copy. Come right down here, paste, and change the names around. Let's come here and get those 3 names. This is the first one. What is it called? There. That's the name I call it. Maybe I should give it a proper name. Yeah, let's give it a proper name. Can always change it on the other system. That is patient ID 1. Okay, make that name patient name, and come right down here. The very first one is patient name, paste there. The next one is called date of birth. Okay, I'm going to leave that as a name. Come in here, date of birth, right, and finally address. Change that to address. Right, come and do that. Cancel. Right, copy. Come right in here. change the third one. There we go. That's fine. I may have to change whatever is inside the reset, so let's copy it as well. But it's all fine now. Let's go into prescription. We may have to change that as well. Let's see if there's any error, then I change it. Okay, it's changed itself, so that's fine. That is fine. What about reset? Reset rectified as well. Good. So let's run the program and see how it's going to look like. Run now. And that is going to be 1 by 1. Right. There we go. Enter details there. Let's see. The name here is Helen. Helen Moore. And date of birth. Address. Water. Yeah, update. That's it. That's fine now. So we are able to populate the table and prescription. That is fine. Good. Now let's work on the delete. This very one. Come in here. Take care of the deletes. Come right down. Right click, select event action perform. Okay, so let's create another object. I'm going to copy that same object, just paste it in here for the delete, and there let's use an if statement. If JTable that will be table JTable1 dot, let's try that again, JTable1 dot get select, right, dot get selected rows. Okay, selected rows. Let's say equals minus 1. Close that. Curly braces. Use another if statement, and if is the row. Let's say if table dot get selected. We now need the columns, but get selected row count. Yeah, row count. It's not columns. Equals 0. Another curly braces. Then we want J option plain dot show the following message. Let's see, message, show message dialog. Yeah, let's say nothing is selected in here. Come right there. No. And let's say no data selected. No data selected. Oh no, this have to delete. As you see, there's nothing in it. So comma, and we just call it hospital J option dot OK dot OK option else. Okay, else let's say J option, copy all of that, paste that in here, and in here let's change this to select a row to delete. That is fine. So let's come in here and just say else. I want you to do as follows: model dot remove, that will be remove row, and the row you're removing will be right in here. To be here, JTable1 dot get selected row. Right, there we go. I think I've finished, so let's sort this out and see what happened there. Okay, the bracket is missing here. Right, so what is this? Is supposed to be rows. There's no S there. Okay, that is that for the delete. Alright, so let's compile and run. Let's see how it's going to look like. Enter login details, log into the system. There we go. Add some data in here. Add another one. Let's delete. Yeah, that's fine. It's working as expected. So that's good. That's working. Yeah, that's good, guys. So all that is now left for us to do is to be able to add information about the doctor, and here as well. But to save time, the information is going to be similar to as follows. So I can always just call this very fun here. So let's come in here and come right here, right inside our login details. We need the following, so I'm going to copy that. So I'm just going to assume the data in here is this as well, instead of developing another form. You can always develop one for yourself anyway if you want, or if you have to. So I'm just going to paste that in there so that we can call any of those as well. Yeah, there. Okay, that's it. It's not going to make a difference, but it's just to be able to call something. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight into my pharmacist management system here, and I will copy some files. So let's look for pharmacist management system. I already have that very project on YouTube here. So I need doctor, appointment, and patient. I need those 3. Okay, let's copy them. 1, 2, and 3. Copy. So if you want to know how to develop the pharmacist management system, it's already on YouTube. Okay, and we have the interface of that somewhere as well. Okay, let's go straight into hospital management system right here. Right in here, and just paste. Here, I have those 3 files there. So I can now call the doctor. Let's see. And call this and this. So I think I may know why that's given error there. Let's find out why. Okay, click on that. Alright, we need to call this pharmacist management system. Okay, we don't need that. And what about this? Get rid of this as well. In there. Any other error? No. Okay, back on my program here. Let's refresh that so that this goes. Right, that's fine. Back inside the hospital management system. If you can't do what I've done, you can always just create another form from scratch, but I just didn't want to do that. So I'm going to come back in here, right click, event, action, perform, and just change this to doctor. Copy this. This is doctor as well. Then we then have to import doctor. Right, doctor is imported. That is fine. The next one is patient. Action, perform, and I'm just going to make that up as well. That is patient. Copy. Right there. Import the patient. There. Done. And finally, do we have a GP appointment? Paste that in there. That will be GP appointment. Another GP appointment here. Then import the GP appointment. Right, all done. Okay, the other forms are now completed. So there. So let's run it and see how it looks like. Enter some information here and here as well. Click on log. There. Populate this. Enter customer's name. Let's say Alan Bobby or Bobby Allen, whatever. Date of birth. Address. There. And update. Prescription. We can change the prescription for Alan Bobby. There, changed. Okay, we can even print it out if we want. Okay, or we can go to the next one. There, and fill it, this very one. Okay, so this is how the whole program look like, and I suppose you guys enjoy it. So I'm going to call it the end of my very advanced hospital management system. Please do subscribe and also like. So you all have a nice day now. Bye for now.